Last Tuesday I buried my husband, but the truth was even worse. The woman I called Mom for 20 years was never my mother. I found out in a hospital room, holding a dying stranger's hand. She whispered, "I am your real mother." Then she gave me a letter and closed her eyes forever. How could this be true? My whole life was a lie. The woman who raised me, Maria, she took me from this dying woman. Why? I had to know the secret. My hand shook as I opened the letter. It said, "Your father is still alive." But that was not the biggest shock. The biggest shock was the name at the bottom, Maria. My fake mother had signed it. I remember that day clearly. The hospital smelled of medicine and fear. I was there for a routine checkup, but then a nurse called my name. "Elena, please come with me." She led me to a small room. An old woman lay in the bed. Her skin was pale, her eyes closed. "She asked for you," the nurse said. "She has only hours left." I did not know this woman. But something in my heart pulled me closer. I sat beside her. She opened her eyes and saw me. Tears filled her eyes. "Elena," she whispered, "I am your mother." I laughed nervously. "No, my mother is Maria." "You are mistaken." But she shook her head. "Maria took you from me when you were a baby. I am Lucia." She reached for my hand. Her grip was weak. "I have cancer," she said. "I wanted to see you before I die." My mind was spinning. How could Maria do this? Maria was strict but loving. She was my mother. But this woman Lucia, she looked at me with such love. "I have a letter," Lucia said. "Take it. It explains everything." She handed me an envelope. Then her hand fell. She was gone. I screamed for a doctor. But it was too late. I held the letter, but I could not open it. I was too afraid. I went home that night with the letter unopened. Maria was waiting for me. She was cooking dinner, humming a song. She looked so normal. "How was your checkup?" she asked. I could not answer. I just stared at her. "Elena?" "What is wrong?" she said. I pulled out the letter. "Who is Lucia?" I asked. Maria's face went white. She dropped the spoon. "Where did you get that?" she whispered. "She died today," I said. She told me she was my real mother. Maria started crying. "I can explain," she said. "Lucia was my sister. She was very sick. She could not take care of you. So I took you. I raised you as my own." But that did not match the letter. I opened it and read aloud, "Maria took me from you. She lied to the court. She said I was unfit. But I was not. I loved you. She stole you. Maria grabbed the letter. That is not true, she shouted. Lucia was a drug addict. She would have hurt you. But I saw the fear in her eyes. She was lying. I ran to my room and locked the door. I called the hospital. They said Lucia had a lawyer. He had more documents. I needed to see them. The next morning, I went to the lawyer's office. He showed me photos, Lucia holding me as a baby, smiling. And a court order that said Maria had no right to take me. I felt sick. My whole life was built on a crime. The lawyer gave me more information. Lucia had tried to find me for years. But Maria changed our names and moved cities. Lucia never stopped looking. She finally found me when she was dying. I asked the lawyer, "What about my father?" He said, "Your father is alive. He lives in another country. He does not know you exist." He gave me an address. I felt a strange hope. Maybe I still had family. But first, I had to face Maria. I went back home. Maria was sitting at the table, head in her hands. "I am sorry," she said. "I was young. I made a mistake." "A mistake?" I yelled. "You stole me. You lied to me for 20 years." Maria looked up. "I loved you. I still love you. Does that mean nothing?" I did not know what to feel. She was the only mother I knew. But she was not my mother. I packed a bag and left. I took a bus to the address the lawyer gave me. It was a small house in a village. An old man opened the door. He had my eyes, my hair. "Elena," he said. "You look just like your mother." I hugged him. He was my father. He told me the whole story. He and Lucia were young and poor. Maria was Lucia's jealous sister. She wanted a child and could not have one. So she took me. My father cried. "I am so sorry I was not there," he said. "But I am here now." I decided to stay with him. I had a new family. A year has passed. I live with my father now. We talk about Lucia every day. I visit her grave and leave flowers. Maria tried to contact me, but I could not forgive her. Not yet. Maybe one day I will. But I learned something important. Family is not just blood. It is also love. But love must be honest. Maria loved me, but her love was built on a lie. Lucia loved me even though she could not raise me. And my father loved me even though he did not know me. I am grateful for the truth. It hurt, but it set me free. Now I know who I am. I am Elena, daughter of Lucia and Marco. And I am proud of that. If you have a secret in your family, I hope you find the courage to face it. The truth is always better than a lie, even when it hurts.